What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at Inform Bowen, pretty much a cheap beast, and I kind of thought, you know what, let's give him a go. We actually went and bought him because we didn't have any right wing that was really suitable from the Premier League in my starter squad, and then I thought, you know what, we'll go get him. He's 10,000 coins. I want to give him a go. He's an Inform, team of the week 1, and then we did go ahead and pack him as well, so it's a bit of both. We managed to make the coins back eventually, and I thought, you know what, let's bring as many informs, any more reviews we can, and this is the perfect time for them because obviously right now is the start of the game. It's not massively crucial who you use because there's quite a few people who don't have an amazing team in Division 3, 2, 1. You'll find all of the really good squads, people who are going to actually put either a bit of effort in, bit of points, bit of trading in, and they're going to have the unlimited amount of team choice as such from now. But I kind of want to bring my opinion down as well to people who just casually play this. Some people who don't really go ahead and buy loads of points for it, don't want to go and spend massive amount of coins and try out someone like Bowen. With the new game, formations are not quite set in stone yet. We don't know the major formations of what's the most meta because we haven't played that many games. A lot of people have only got the 10-hour trial, so obviously there's still so much to learn from this game, and I want to give you this review. So without further ado, let's get into Bowen, see what his stats are all about. So he is a 4-star skill move with 3-star weak foot. Better than most that I've seen recently, so that's not a bad thing to start with. He has got medium defensive work rate and high attacking, and obviously his base position is a right midfielder. So obviously you could either go with the kind of maybe actual right mid with him, or I kind of like pushing him up a little bit, putting him into that right wing role and seeing what he can do there. He is left footed, so obviously he will cut in with the 3-star weak foot. I don't think it matters too much at this start of the game, but obviously that will be going forward what will be the kind of downfall of this card, other than obviously being only 81 in the future, or the near future as such. Looking at his stats then, we've got decent pace, 84 acceleration, 8 sprint speed. I think that's relatively good. Obviously there is still loads out there that are technically a lot faster, but I think right now you can kind of use that to the advantage because we've got a very high passing mentality at the minute. Passing seems to be the real way to cut through defenses very easy, and obviously the running down the wing works for so much, but then I'm finding cutting inside is a little bit more tricky. Defenders are a little bit more agile and able to kind of turn with the attacker, and if he catches your kind of movement, he will probably take it off you. Shooting wise, we've got 84 finishing, 85 position, which I think for a right mid at 81 is pretty good. Obviously we've still got a chem style that we can use. We've got decent dribbling with 85 agility, 87 balance, always a good stat right there. Lower reactions at 79, which is about average. Ball control at 80, again. 75 composure, which is the big one, as this year there is no chemistry style that actually gets up composure as far as I've looked. As long as Footbin is correct with everything, I will show you that there is not a single composure plus in the chemistry styles this year, which is a massive one because it means no matter what you do to this card, there will be no more composure added, and that could be the real key to a lot of players. If they have really high composure but maybe his agility and balance need work, you've got a chemistry style for that, whereas the other way around, then you're probably in the mud. We've got 83 stamina, which is alright, no real strength. Passing's about average, and that's why I kind of prefer him more as an attacking winger rather than an assisting winger. And pretty much with most, if they are the opposite foot to their side, so a left-footed right mid or a right-footed left mid, I prefer them cutting inside and going on that attack. So anyway, let's get into some gameplay. So into some gameplay now. The one thing I do like about informs and starting FIFA is you get to try out so many cards and you're not absolutely hammered for this. If I go 10 weeks in and I'm using an 81 inform that really isn't anything near the meta, then you don't really get anything from him. He's really hard to use. You can't really get much out of him. We see right here, this is the composure factor coming in, because literally a couple of chances after this, he absolutely wallops one in, whereas the composure will show you sometimes he makes a little bit of mistakes. Again, we go with the finesse. I really struggled with his shooting. I felt like it was a little bit uneven to what it can actually do. We saw the 2 chances there, and then we get a big ball cross in from Jota, and look at that. That is absolutely phenomenal finishing, and yet 2 chances ago, really struggling. We can see him kind of going past the defenders now, really pushing the speed, gets the ball inside, and it's a lovely block. That's what I am finding as well, is the blocking on this game is unreal. But we do manage to get a few. He has kind of had quite a few chances, but overall is about half and half in terms of his conversion rate, but down the wing was actually not a bad player. He manages to blitz around people. He's got a decent pass to cut inside. We see it there. Henderson's going to bang it, and let's get into the overall. So going into the overall for Bowen, 10k, like I said, he's literally minimum price. More than likely he will go up as the weeks go on, mainly for SBCs. If Vardy managed to get it, or Calvert-Lewin, then obviously there may be an inform needed, and then you've got the English and inform already in one card. I could see him definitely jumping in price then. Being 81 as well, it's not a bad rating for the first SBC, and then obviously as we go forward he's not going to be in packs, so more than likely he will go up in a little bit in value. Probably not a hell of a lot, but more than likely a little bit. In terms of everything else then, like I said, we look here. Personally, if you watch Composure, I personally haven't found anything. I may be wrong, and I may have overlooked something, but from what I can see, I cannot see any single chemistry style that actually gets up the composure stat, which is, like I said, it's a very interesting one. Literally not one of them does. Hunter actually is probably not a bad way to go for him, to be honest. You could then either go with shooting and get your dribbling up, but again, for me, I think getting that pace up, because he's kind of got this lower composure rate, I'd rather have him a higher attacking rate. So for me, I probably would say Hunter would be really good. Turn him into only an 83 right wing, but he has the pace and he has the finishing. Then it is all down to this stat right here, because we've already got the agility and balance. We've already got a little bit of dribbling, ball control's okay, and he has got the 4-star skills. So for me, everything else is kind of unnecessary. If you wanted him more as an assistant player, potentially going for maybe a Deadeye and going for the passing shooting could be the option, or Engine could be another one. If you wanted to really get the dribbling and wasn't too fussed about the shooting, then obviously Engine would be a nice passing one as well. So that for me is a really good chem style. Down here we've gone with Hawk, Basic and Hunter. What does Hawk do in fact? Hawk gets up. Yeah, I probably wouldn't even go with that, just because his strength's already quite low. I really don't think that that would make too much of a difference in my opinion. In real life, he has 4 matches, 3 goals, 4 sub outs, not bad at all. In terms of links, obviously perfect links, we've got a lot of the West Ham players, so they're going to be interested to see if we can get some informs there. Cheap little inform English team would be quite nice. Strong links, obviously we have all the icons. There's a lot of English icons this year, as pretty much most years. We have got the added of Ashley Cole as well. Rio is going to be a very, very good one as well. So there is a few there, and then obviously week is just all the BPL practically. So he has got plenty of links. As you just seen, I've gone with Henderson, Wan-Bissaka and Kane, and the overall I've given him a 6 out of 10. For a starting right mid, not bad at all, but he is going to be very limited, and I think he's only going to be in your squad for probably a handful of days at best. As soon as the game is properly out, more than likely you'll find someone else who is really going to step up to the mark for you. And that's about it. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you all for the next one. Peace.